mantelpiece. Wake me up before you go. And he wrote go twice accidentally. And when he told George Michael, he went, you know what I've done this morning? Wrote a note to my dad and I put wake me up before you go. He said, what a great name for a song that would be. And lo and behold, the song was born. Wake Me Up Before You Go by Wham on BBC Radio Merseyside. Now, there's always loads going on of a weekend around Merseyside, and this weekend sees the annual St Olav's Day Heritage Walk, taking in some of the key places that the Vikings have left a mark on across Wirral and Chester, and it's been organised by Viking experts and one of our wonderful local historians, Professor Stephen Harding, who joins me in the studio to tell us more. Stephen, how are you?
Very well, thanks, Sean. Yeah.
Good to know you brought the weather with you again today. Every time I see you, it's sunny.
That's right.
So first of all, who was St Olav?
Well, St Olav is the patron saint of Norway. He's revered. He's loved by the Norwegians, Scandinavians. Because of what he did, really. He was a Viking saint, and he died like a Viking at the Battle of Stiklestad, 1031, and buried at Trondheim. But special things have been associated with his shrine in Trondheim. You know, people visiting it had sort of miraculous healings and things, and that tradition persisted. And as a result, the Norwegians, Scandinavians had this annual pilgrimage in the Middle Ages. It was stopped in the Reformation, I think about 500 years ago, but about 30 years ago, the Norwegians decided to revive this tradition of a pilgrimage, a walk to the shrine of St Olav in Trondheim. And 11 years ago, we thought we might do something similar, because we've got a St Olav's church in Chester. Mm-hmm. We've got a dedication to St Olav's at St Bridget's church in West Kirby, which is founded by the Vikings. So yeah, we thought it was an idea. Let's do it.
So 11 years ago this was started, but this is the first time it's going to take place over one day, isn't it?
That's right. We've varied it. We've generally split it over 2 days, because St Olav's Day is 29th of July, so that meant that one of the walk days was not St Olav's Day, because St Bridget's to Chester is a long way. Yeah. And what we've done this year is we're going to have a walk from St Bridget's to Neston, to the Church of St Mary and St Helen, which has got some fantastic Viking relics in there, and then we're going to cheat a little bit. We're going to jump on the train at Neston to Chester and do a little sort of mini walk from the station through to St Olav's, which is...
that's allowed, as long as you can get it all in.
Well, it means that if you don't want to do the whole walk, then you can do the big one, which is 9 miles from West Kirby to Neston, or you can just join us at 4 o'clock at Chester Station and do the shorter walk.
That's a good idea,
or do the whole lot, yeah.
I mean, each stop on the walk has got a big Viking significance, of course, so you're going to be talking local history there as well at each stop, aren't you?
Yeah, it's good. It should be a fun day. I mean, there's a good chance the weather's going to be all right. I think we can safely say that.
Have you been lucky over the years?
No. We've had right old drenchings. Yeah.
Really?
Absolutely. And of course it affects numbers. If the weather is very bad, then people will come along for a bit, but then they don't fancy. Only the enthusiasts get the full drenching. Well. But this year it should be fine. But the key thing is, if you come along, bring bottles of water and things. There will be refreshments. We're going to stop at Thurston, and there'll be refreshments at the Church of St Mary, St Helen. When we get there in Neston, they're going to put some stuff on. But if you come on the walk, do bring bottled water, 2 or 3 bottles with you.
Yeah, and dress as if you're going on a walk, of course. You need
dress sensibly.
Footwear.
There's no steep climbs and things. It's going to be flat along the way. I'd bring a cagoule just in case. You never know what's going to happen. But it should be fun.
And you'll be with Viking Chester as well, the reenactment group. Tell us about them.
Yeah, these are there's about 3 or 4 different Viking reenactment groups in the area. Merseyside's very blessed with that. But the Viking Chester, and it's very appropriate because St Olav's is in Chester, are going to accompany us along the way. protecting us against any marauding Anglo-Saxons or Romans who threaten us. So
you never know that time of day.
Fully protected, that's right. And they're great. They're also very knowledgeable as well. So when we get to Chester particularly, they'll tell us about the history of the St Olave's Church and things there.
Wow. Yeah. Is there a cost for it, Stephen?
No, it's entirely free. Obviously, we're not going to pay for the train fare if you want to get to Chester and on the way back to West Kirby, but it's entirely free, and we start at 9 o'clock. We meet at 9 o'clock at St Bridget's Church, West Kirby. 9 o'clock there for a 9:30 start, and we'll say a bit about the dedication to St Olav in the church there, and also there's a fantastic Viking hogback tombstone left behind by the Vikings, so we'll say about that. St Bridget's was founded by the Vikings, so we'll talk about West Kirby means the west village of the church. I mean, Kirkby
by the church,
I know, is the settlement by the church, so we'll say a bit about that, and also other places along the way like Coldy.
It was very interesting. I was talking to Salty about it this morning when I was chatting to him, that, you know, what I love about going on with you find out about place names and how closely associated they were to the Vikings, you know.
Indeed, and some places that don't exist anymore, like near Thurston. Well, Thurston's a Viking name, and we also dispel the myth along the walk that, some people think, Thurston stands for Thor's Stones, because there's a big rock called Thor's Stone. That's not that. It's that was like a myth that came to the Victorians. Thurston is Viking, but it means Thorstein's farmstead, so information like that, and also places which are lost, like there's a place called Stromby, which means the settlement by the stream. We've got Steinkelsdale after the Norseman Steinkel, so things like this as we go along the way.
It's fascinating stuff, So anyone can come along. You're starting at 9 o'clock for a 9:30 start at St Bridget's Church in West Kirby. You'll go on your walk. That's 9 miles, isn't it, before you get on the train?
It's about 9 miles. Then we'll have refreshments at Neston, and then someone will go back to West Kirby, of course, but the super enthusiasts will catch the train from, I think, about 3:15, I think, when we get to Chester. But
so if you're just meeting at the Chester leg, where are you meeting?
Chester Station, 4 o'clock, between 4 o'clock and 4:20.
Chester Station.
Yeah, we walk to St Olave's, then we'll end up at the local hostelry across the road afterwards. So it should be fun, and we start with a blessing from David Chester, who'll give us an appropriate name at the start, and so it's a mixture of enthusiasts, genuine pilgrims. We've got folks coming from Norway who are going to be joining us. Wow. So it should be good fun.
Is there anywhere we can find out more about the walk and the route?
Yeah, there's a website. So if you can, let us know if you intend to come along. Just if you can let us know on a Saturday, so we can give the police an idea of numbers. So if you Google St Olav and Steve,
OLAF, isn't it?
OLAV.
Yeah.
Yeah, St Olav and Steve or West Kirby or something. Do a Google search on that, and then you'll come up with the website. Or you can drop me an email. Or can they drop the studio an email?
We can drop you an email. Yeah.
Drop me. Yeah. Okay, steve.harding@nottingham.ac.uk.
Okay, we'll take your details, Steve, and leave them with the A team.
Yeah. And the key thing is bring water. It's
bring water. It's going to be a warm day.
Yeah. It's going to be.
I bet you're glad you're saying that, because normally it's bring an umbrella and a windshield and.
Well, me saying this probably going to bring the rain.
No, you won't.
Thor will sort
I'm sure it's good. I'm sure you
thunder. But
listen, the best of luck. 9:30 St Bridget's Church, but do go online if you can and help out by telling the people that you're going to be coming along. They need to have an approximation of numbers. And listen, the best of luck. Always a pleasure to see you.
Thanks, Sean. It's great fun.
Have a great weekend.
And catch up soon.